sure the light on.
The light?
Never mind.
Parabola stands, gathers his papers, and puts them in his briefcase.
Okay. Dog and pony show time. Let's go.
Was I supposed to do
Litigants
something with
for our
this?
next case are now on their way into the courtroom. We'll be back for the case of Stop the World, I Want It Turned Off, after these messages.
What the hell was that?
I just wanted to make you feel more at home. Isn't this how your legal system works?
No.
Parabolas, you brought refreshments. We can always count on you.
Exhibits your authority.
Is he talking about us?
Oh, I hope not. I don't think so. Seems like a long way to go to send out for snacks.
Listen to them.
Objection!
They're like little savory puffs of organic matter with rudimentary philosophical underpinnings.
You've really outdone yourself this time, Parabolas. And I thought those little things with the cool whip around the sides and the uranium in the middle were great. What were those called?
Mushrooms in a cloud?
Objection!
All right, Gingernich is right. Let's get on with it. Snacks later.
Thank you.
Parabolas, Gingernich was just giving us a look at Lynn, Raymond, Rusty, and Snuffy. Are you through with your presentation, Gingernich?
Almost. I want to go on record that I am personally horrified by the prospect of shutting down the Universe Generation Project. I don't need to tell you how important it is and blah, blah, blah.
Objection.
I'll sustain that. Gingernich, can you be more specific?
Well, my love of evolving universes is well known. The element of chaos we create out of the simple percolation of matter and energy has challenged the way we look at our omniety. But what has come out of the universes since then? A few aesthetically pleasing molecules, some very amusing theological constructs.
Cool Whip.
But these are divertissement and folderol. Certainly not a proper expenditure of this administration's continuitesimal empiricism. So while I believe the universes have served their purpose admirably, even I must regretfully conclude that there's simply no justification for maintaining them further. Besides, I need Parabolas for other projects right now, to help take up the slack for the cuts we've made in the ephemerally cosmic insurance corporation.
Divertissements and folderol? Is he actually talking like this?
He's not saying those words. He's not actually saying anything. But the way you're hearing it is the essence of what he's expressing.
Thank you, Gingernich. And now let's meet our other litigant. He's a lifelong immortal, he enjoys the outdoors, and his hobbies are gourmet cooking and creating the universe. Let's give a warm galactic overlord welcome to Parabolas!
Thank you, Your Authority. I'll attempt to make this as brief as possible. The charge has been leveled against continuation of the Universe Generation Project on the grounds that it no longer produces viable conceptual material. These entities are with me to help me prove otherwise. They are from Raymond, one of my more ambitious universes. This race interacts in ways which I believe are unique. For one thing, they have a concept called friendship, a rarefied condition in which two entities not only communicate, but receive a special enjoyment from the mere act of communication. They also share a trust that permits them to touch each other spiritually without hurting them, most of the time.
Interesting.
Is there any example or tangible manifestation of this bond we might see?
Yeah, the photo. Which board member was that said that? 3? The board looks over the old photo, but he doesn't seem to have the appropriate significance. What? No? Okay. The wallet? Parabolas is nervously watching the board and hoping you'll produce some tangible evidence of a bond of friendship. Oh, I guess that's like love, not really friendship. The dog whistle? No. Chocolate bar? No. Give Alfie. Wait, what flag is this? Oh, there's a flag here. A flag, looking much like the flag of the United States of America, hangs stiffly behind the board's desk.
Do you like it? I thought it might make the surroundings a little more familiar and comfortable.
It's very homey.
Oh? Would you like a homie too?
No, I meant it's very nice, thank you.
Well, isn't a dog man's best friend? That's friendship. Let's give the dog to the board. The board looks over Ralph, but he doesn't have the appropriate significance. What? A stiff, subservient servant stands ready to assist Gingrenich. Let's actually save just in case we have to. Okay. The aide ignores you so completely that you can practically feel the waves of ignorance coming from him. Would that all investors look so cute and cuddly?
So, what exactly did you want from me?
We are simply looking for some tangible manifestation of the quality Parabolus has described.
Yeah, well, the dog is the best way.
What is this?
Silent whistle. Ralph comes when I call.
So the whistle impels this creature to join the other?
No, I don't answer because I have to, or because I'm required to, but simply because I like to.
And this is in no way unique. Certain entities, even in our realm, enjoy the presence of certain other entities.
Friendship may be a worthwhile concept, but hardly unique.
As I indicated, Your Authority.
Have they any other properties you would consider of infinitely redeeming value?
Most definitely. Is it not unique to find a race of creatures that work cooperatively in the spirit of altruism, that would risk their existence to save another race, even one with whom they cannot communicate or befriend, but simply because they feel their world is richer for the presence of this other race?
That's intriguing.
Have you brought any physical manifestations of this trait?
So altruism. Well, that was to save trees. The chocolate bar. That might be something. If not, I'll try the photo.
What is this?
An example, Your Authority. This was created by these two entities, out of the spore of a third entity, with whom they can neither communicate nor befriend, but for whom they risk their lives to prevent its extinction.
Objection.
On what grounds?
What you hold in your hand gives sensory pleasure to these creatures at the expense of the creature they saved, thus rendering their act selfish, not altruistic. In fact, altruistic acts give these creatures spiritual pleasure. It feels good for them to commit what they laughingly refer to as altruistic acts. Therefore, the acts are hardly altruistic.
Always?
Often enough.
Mother Teresa, the shameless hedonist.
I'm afraid, Parabolus, that Gingrenich's point is well taken. Have you any more evidence of worthwhile singularities that might be grounds for maintaining the universe?
If it please the board, Parabolus is grasping at straws.
I have to agree.
One more item, Your Authority, and I believe I can satisfy your requirements.
Speak.
This race laughs.
Which is?
They go to great lengths, sometimes disgusting lengths, to invoke in each other a spontaneous, involuntary explosion of positively charged energy. They use it for everything. To heal, to calm, to amuse, to define, to form and reinforce spiritual bonds, to deflect pain.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Of course you don't. If you understood it, it wouldn't be necessary to preserve it and study it. And they're the only race in all the universes that generate it.
Gingrenich jots something on his notepad, tears off the note, and hands it to his assistant. The board members chat among themselves for a minute before continuing. Ah, I missed what he said, damn it.
Point of order.
Yes?
It has come to my attention that this concept, which we have identified as humor, is not unique to Parabolus's universe. In one of the smaller universes under my charge, there is a race called the Flutwig, who use this laughter for the same purposes.
There must be some mistake.
Since the Flutwig universe is much smaller and more economical, I contend that Parabolus's Raymond universe be terminated. Should the board wish to study humor in the future, the Flutwig will be available at a greatly reduced cost.
But I was positive.
The board confers again for a few moments. At one point, one of them closes their eyes and appears to go into a trance. When he awakens, they talk again briefly.
I was positive you were the only race that laughed.
Only one I know of.
It is true. The Flutwig are holders of humor. Gingrenich's suggestion is a wise one. The Raymond universe is hereby closed, and we will hand down decisions on Parabolus's other universes shortly.
Objection.
This meeting is adjourned.
Parabolus, his jaw set, vanishes instantly. Gringanich smiles and vanishes as well, his aide going with him. You and your entourage begin to file out of the boardroom when you're greeted with a familiar voice.
The defendants are on their way out now. Mr. Stonebender, let me ask you something. How did you feel about the judge's decision to bring your world to an end?
Don't ask such stupid questions.
Doug looks at you in utter horror. His lower lip begins to tremble as if he's about to cry, but instead he evaporates before your eyes. Parabolus was furious, wasn't he?
Yes, and I don't think he's used to feeling that way.
When you emerge from the mist, you find yourself standing back in the hallway. Parabolus's door is open. Let's go inside then.
Where's Parabolus?
Excellent question.
And I don't like what I see in that shelf.
Uh-oh, our universe is off.
It's gone.
Everything.
Raymond, what happened to you?
How long do you think before Callahan runs out of booze?
You try to pick up the universe, but it's attached to the base with several patch cords.
Noah, you want to try your hand at this?
Jake, I don't know the ramifications. I'd say leave it alone. Maybe it can be fired up again someday, right where it was when we last saw it. One big coitus interruptus. It's possible that if I fiddle with it, we'll lose even that chance.
The display case once held 4 universes. From the looks of things, it now holds 3. Uh-oh. Parabolus's red universe is obviously still functioning.
Why is it our universe is the only one shut off?
How much you want to bet our universe is only about 10% of the total mass of all the universes, but we use 75% of the resources?
This universe is still actively contracting, lucky stiffs. And hang on for 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. Back. This universe is still actively contracting, lucky stiffs.
Why didn't they shut off this one instead? It doesn't look like half the universe ours does. Did.
Maybe it's not drawing enough juice to make anyone unhappy.
As you reach for the blue ore, Noah stops you.
Jake, you don't know what you're doing.
It's not like it's our universe.
That's right. It's not. But it might have to be.
Fine.
There's no...
I said fine. Sorry, I'm not taking the destruction of the universe as well as you are.
Noah decides to let you stew in peace. Can we open the... No, we can't open the display case. Bonsai tree.
I have no idea if it's real or not, but I really like this bonsai.
But it doesn't exist. It's just pie in the sky for you.
Tree puns, eh? I may pull a few good ones out of my sleeve if time will allow.
Stop, please.
I guess we tortured you long enough.
Ralph growls and barks.
This is a peculiar choice. It's a framed ad for Stetson.
Parabolus has artistically provided the Stetson advertisement in reverse. Wait, outside. The very substance of the walls, floor, and ceiling seem to trail away into a swirling incorporeal reality. The floor is half-inch thick shag plastic. Parabolus has clearly confused the concept of a carpet with the appearance and structure of linoleum tile.
I don't recognize this kind of tree.
That's a dwarf orange tree, I think.
You're sure about that?
That's my hypothesis, anyway.
And a stellar one it is, too. What kind of plant is that? Rather, what kind of plant would that be if it were a real plant?
Schefflera.
Gesundheit.
You pluck a leaf from the plant. The moment you do, the leaf vanishes in a wisp of colored haze, and a thought occurs to you.
What if Gingranich left something we can use in the courtroom?
Oh, we should go back to the courtroom? Okay. An armchair, upholstered in thick fabric and embroidered with a grandmotherly design, sits to one side. You flop into the armchair.
Ow! Mein Gottenhimmel! This thing is solid marble. The cushions, everything.
Maybe Parables thinks this is what's meant by a rocking chair.
Oh, there's an old photo here? Where's the old photo? I saw old photo somewhere. Can we open his briefcase
I'm
without
going
him
to
here?
open his briefcase.
Why not? He's stranded us here. We have to do something.
You open the briefcase. Inside you find a computer printout, reams and reams worth, all with Raymond's name at the top, alongside the names of about a dozen universes, including Parabolis' own Lynn, Rusty, and Snuffy. The list of assets and percentages goes on and on. You hand out the printouts and then everyone begins to scour them looking for something, anything out of the ordinary. Recalling Gingrich's words in the hearing, you look up the Flutewig. You also look up humor to see how much of it the Flutewig
I
have.
don't have any. Zero humor.
Does anyone?
No, just us. We had 100% of the shares, and it's marked no sell.
So, Gingrich was lying. We have a quality none of the other universes has. Perhaps we should take this into the board and show them.
Maybe he didn't have to lie. Maybe his flunky went out during the trial and engaged in a little skullduggery.
He would have needed to log on as Parabolis and change the no sell to a sell.
And then log on as Gingrich and put in a buy.
Uh-huh, okay. You replace the briefcase. You walk around the desk and pick up the box. It looks like a game called Sim Universe. Inside the box you find a thick troubleshooting manual, a list of other products from the same company, and a warranty card that hasn't been filled out. Don't you make the same mistake. Fill out and send in your Callahan's Crosstime Saloon warranty card now. It's the only way we can flood your mailbox with our unique brand of classy stuff. Even if you were to take the chance of making an enemy out of Parabolis by stealing things off his desk, the box doesn't contain the diskettes. Can you use the computer now?
Welcome to Sim Universe. Please speak your password to enter.
Romania?
Romania.
Invalid password. Terminating Sim Universe session. Welcome to
Duplicitous.
Invalid.
Let's try them all.
Welcome to
Mount Weather.
Invalid. Welcome to
Chocolate.
Invalid.
We probably haven't discovered the right password yet, so it's not going to work.
Gentling.
Invalid.
Yeah, okay, so we've got to
There
find
must
out.
be something we're not getting.
You mean other than the passwords?
I think Gingrich left something in the courtroom. Okay, we'll go back there. Fine. Notepad. Gingrich has thoughtlessly left his notepad on his desk. Fine. Let him just wonder where it is. You approach Gingrich's desk and stand in front of the notepad. While the board member's attention is on muttering complaints about how hard it is to find a bargain on quantum state motor oil, you swipe the notepad. This is Gingrich's notepad with part of the uppermost sheet torn off. I can't really... Yeah, it's hard to make anything out of that. Alright. He looks just like your grandfather. Fuzzy around the edges and everything. The board member serenely turns to face you.
Is there any sort of appeal process?
Our minds are open. Should the situation change, we will be happy to reassess our decision.
But what's
So
happened
there's
to our
hope.
world in the meantime?
Oh, yes, your universe. I'm afraid it's closed down.
Can we get back to it?
No, it's closed. There's no energy now.
Permanently?
That word is meaningless.
Okay, so there's a chance.
Do you know where Parabolis is?
The board member turns his head slightly and his eyelids flutter. A moment later, he faces you again.
No, isn't that odd? He's not in any of his usual places.
Did you send him somewhere?
Good gracious, no. Why would we?
Maybe you cut his power, too. You know, when you turned off our universe, you killed billions of creatures just like ourselves.
Yes, just as you do, no doubt. You have insecticides, herbicides, antiseptics. You burn anthills. You disinfect and shampoo. Well, some of you do.
We're not wiping out intelligent life.
You have no concept of existence on that plane. You have no idea whether those creatures feel pain or have souls. It benefits you to kill, and you are able to justify it in many ways, as do we. All must make choices that may seem arbitrary to others.
I can't argue with him. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I don't think you could get anywhere anyway. Where can I find Gingrinich?
He's gone to accounts conceivable.
When's he coming back?
The board members' eyes roll back for a moment, then roll forward again.
There is a line. It will be several millennia.
What if I told you I think Gingrinich may have cheated?
We have no cheating here.
But we have evidence.
No, you misunderstand. The concept does not exist. One does what one does. We have not established an objective standard.
Fair point. Can we give him the notepad? No interest to the board member. Okay, so I think we should probably... Oh, there's a room here? Jury box. Desk. Okay, yeah, let's... Is this... Okay, that goes back to the hallway. Alright. If we use the computer...
Welcome to Sim...
No, we don't have another choice.
Chocolate.
Invalid...
Put the notepad on the computer. Okay, what did I want to do with this? I forgot now. I thought we were going to look on the notepad for another password, but apparently that's not going to work. Okay, the ticker tape still is not working. Machine. Okay, these two we can only look at. This one we could take, which is interesting. Yeah. Okay, what does it say? Yeah, we have to reverse the board's decision. Okay. So, rub the pencil on the notepad. You definitely rub the pencil against the notepad, just like you've seen in the moving picture shows. Slowly, words appear on the notepad, the letters emerging as white on a field of charcoal gray. It says, Human/Raymond. Sell 1 share humor, buy for Flutewig account in QD31416. Parab, Glinda, me, shot. Interesting. So Parabolus's password is Glinda and his one is shot. So to reverse that, we're gonna have to first log in as Parabolus, I guess, and then buy the thing back.
Welcome to Sim Universe. Please speak your password to enter.
Shot.
Greetings, Gingrinich. How may I be of assistance?
Hello. What are my options?
You may conduct a new transaction, review prior transactions, perform a user maintenance function, or log off.
What are user maintenance functions?
Current user maintenance functions are check memory usage, check fragmentation, user help, or change password.
Oh, I should have paid attention to when they reviewed what the checklist of items we had to do was. User maintenance functions for 400, Alex. Wow. Oh, it didn't work, glitch? Aw. Hawkeye tries to guess Black Widow's password and hopes it's his first name. It's not. Alright, let's review the prior transactions.
I'd like to review prior transactions.
Gingrinich, you have had 1 buy and 0 sells since your last statement.
Yeah, so we need to sell.
What were the details of that purchase?
Gingrinich, you purchased 1 share of Aspect Humor attributed to Universe QD31416, race Flutwig. Is there anything else I can do for you, Gingrinich?
Let's conduct the transaction.
I'd like to conduct a new transaction.
Very well. Will this be a buy or a sell?
So we need to sell and then log back in as Parabolus and buy it.
Sell.
And for what universe will this sell be?
I guess it's the one with the Flutewig, right?
What are my choices?
Gingrinich, your universes are QD3141.
The one with the elevator.
The one with the Flutwig.
Very good, Gingrinich. Which aspect of universe QD31416 would you like to sell?
Humor. Sell. Sell.
Processing request. Please hold. There is currently 1 share of Aspect Humor available for sale from the race Flutwig in universe QD31416. Would you like to sell 1 share of humor?
Yes.
Excellent. 1 moment, please. Thank you, Gingrinich. Your sale is complete. Is there anything else I can do for you, Gingrinich?
I think we need to change his password maybe so he can't get back in.
User maintenance functions for 400, Alex.
Certainly, Gingrinich. Would you like a memory usage report, a fragmentation report, user help, or password change?
I'll change my password.
Please speak your new password.
Let's go with Romania.
Romania.
Please speak your new password again to verify.
Romania.
Okay, so we're making Gingranich, Romania.
Is there anything else I can do for you, Gingranich?
I'll log off now, if it's all the same to you.
Thank you for using Sim Universe.
Okay, now let's log in as Parabolas.
Welcome to Sim Universe.
Glinda.
Glinda.
Greetings, Parabolas. How may I be of assistance?
Hello.
You may conduct
What are you?
current user.
I'd like to review.
Parabolas, you have had.
And what was that?
Parabolas, you sold 1 share of humor from Universe Raymond.
That's odd. Why would Parabolas purposefully sell a share of humor when he knew it was an aspect we had an exclusive on? Didn't he want us to have a unique aspect?
Gingranich must have done it. Or rather, his assistant, when he left during the meeting.
Bad commander file name. Illegal function call. General protection fault. Restarting. Greetings, Parabolas. How may I be of assistance?
I'd like to conduct a new transaction.
Very well, Parabolas. Will this be a buy or a sell?
We need to buy.
Buy.
And for which universe will this purchase be?
What are the choices?
Parabolas, your universes are Raymond, Lynn, Rusty, and Snuffy. For which universe will this purchase be?
I'll buy something for Raymond.
Very good, Parabolas. For what aspect would you like to purchase shares?
Let's try humor.
Processing request. Please hold. There is currently 1 share of aspect humor available for purchase from the race Flutwig in Universe QD 31416. Would you like to purchase 1 share of humor?
Yes, please.
Excellent. 1 moment, please. Thank you, Parabolas. Your purchase is now complete. Shall I assign this aspect to a particular race?
Definitely. Please assign this aspect to the human race.
Processing attributed. Would you like to make another purchase at this time, Parabolas?
No. I don't think so.
Forget it. I'm not in a buying mood.
Very well, Parabolas. How may I be of assistance?
Yeah, it's a great question, Akako, what a currency they use. I don't know whether we need to... I think we probably should change this password, if only because Gingranich could get back on here.
Make mine a user maintenance function, please.
Certainly, Parabolas. Would you like a memory usage?
Actually, let's see what the usage and fragmentation are.
Give me a memory usage report.
The system is working at 70% of its capacity.
And its capacity is?
System capacity is infinite.
So what's 70% of infinity?
Bad command or file name. Error 11. The system has become, is, or will be unstable. Flushing memory. Greetings, Parabolas. How may I be of assistance?
I hope... Wait a minute. I hope the transaction went through.
I'd like to read...
Parabolas, you have had 1...
Yeah,
Can you tell me the details?
Parabolas, you sold 1 share. Parabolas, you also purchased... Is there anything...
Yeah.
Make
Certainly, Parabolas.
Fragmentation.
Thank you. Fragmentation is currently at -5%.
Which means...
If the system becomes 5% more fragmented, it will be fully defragmented.
How can that be?
I'm sorry, all questions must be submitted in the form of a command.
How can that be?
Please consult page X-2Y plus N for fragmentation help. Is there anything else I can do for you, Parabolas?
Make mine a user maintenance function, please.
Certainly.
What does user help do?
User help.
Thank you. Sim Universe is a quasi-existent interface whereby aspects may be bought or sold for any given universe or minimally sentient species within that universe. There is a finite quantity of each aspect unless and until the aspect becomes self-generating.
So, for instance, shared joy is joy increased.
Processing, correctamundo. All selections are made via voice command once the proper password is entered. For further instruction, please consult the documentation or contact your system administrator. Is there anything else I can do for you, Parabolas?
Make my...
Certainly.
I think I'd like to change my password.
Please speak your new password.
Chocolate.
Please speak your new password again to verify.
Chocolate.
New password confirmed. Is there anything else I can do for you, Parabolas?
I think I'll log off.
Thank you for using Sim Universe.
Okay, nice. Alright, so the question is, I think we need a printout though, don't we? How are we going to show the evidence? Stuffed blue armchair looks comfy, but you learn not to trust Parabolas' perception of comfort. You walk behind the desk and sit in the big blue armchair.
Oh, God.
Comfortable.
It has all the softness and the warmth and suppleness of a fine granite.
Yeah, it did. That's true. It resumed standing. Can we, like, print? Let's see if we can
Welcome
print.
to
Chocolate.
Greetings.
No, there's no printing. Damn.
I think I'll...
Thank you.
Alright, let's just go back and hopefully we can, unless we can take this printout. Does the printout have, Oh, hoping that Parabolus left you some clue as to where he went or what to do, you rifle through the desk's drawers. You find nothing but a couple of half-realized rubber bands, some spearmint gum wadded up inside a theoretical construct, a copy of Cosmopolitan with a quiz Parabolus has taken entitled, How Happy Are You Really Keeping Your Universe? And a nice pair of sunglasses.
Great. Now, sunglasses.
Maybe you should take them.
Nah, I won't need them.
Okay, I think maybe we can get the ticker tape. Does that have the transactions? It's quiet. No. There's no way to get a printer. Alright, let's just try going there. Maybe something will take over.
Check now. Check on the Flutwig. See who's laughing now.
The board member's eyes flutter shut for several seconds. When he opens them, he smiles.
One moment. Where's Parabolus? I don't know.
Gingranich.
Your authority. What's this about?
The tremendous act of generosity on your part, of course.
What act of generosity?
You have made Parabolus's universe, Raymond, the sole proprietor of humor.
When did I do that?
You had to know we would reinstate funding.
I did no such thing. You must have made a mistake.
There's a brief pause.
Reconfirmed.
Ditto.
Don't say ditto. I hate that word.
No, wait. Wait just a minute. Get me a laptop.
I'm sorry, that's not available.
Budget cuts.
Haven't you heard?
Turn Raymond back on.
Nice.
Done.
Damage report?
Well, all matter should have lost about a third of its density by now, but everything it's measured by will also have lost a third of its density, so they'll never know the difference.
But that's ridiculous. I used
You did. What?
Used Parabolus's password.
Is this true?
I'll take care of him.
What a shame.
Maybe some time spent in Parabolus's universe would be good for Gingranich.
Change his perspective.
Give him a sense of humor.
I hear they have humility there, too.
Ooh, humility.
You kidding? We got humility up the wazoo.
Ah, they're still here.
I'm sorry. Would you like to go home now?
Yes.
Alright, here we come back in. What is this, a cab parking lot? Okay, back to Callahan's.
We suddenly found ourselves back in the bar, and as we blew through the universe, everyone crowded around the windows and tried to get a good view of the trip home. And we were glad to see that all the lights were back on and that home was just as we'd left it. Noah, Josie, Piotr, Ralph, Joe, Alfie, and I told the others about Raymond and Gingranich and Parabolus's little computer game. We didn't know what became of Parabolus. Some were understandably thinking we were pulling their legs. Some thought we were heroes, and some, naturally, made light of the situation.
Whoa, so the world ended for a while except in this bar. Does that mean we have to reset the clocks here or at home?
Here, have you been through this before? I was pondering that very same question while we were waiting for you to get back from wherever it was you went.
Well, I'm not so pleased with the way everything turned out. Don't look at me like that. Those of us here would have been the last people on Earth. And provided they'd resettled us in another universe, we would have been the forebearers of the next human civilization. I can't think of a bunch more qualified. Besides, I would have been the mother of all humanity. Cool job title, you know. Would have made me a divine being.
You're good, but you're not divine.
God, is she always this power-hungry?
Oh, yes. Athena liked this once before.
Gosh.
Well, you better count me out of this. I lost Minerva.
Juno, I figured you'd say that. Go on, Scram. You left Demeter running.
Oh, I can see one of those going over your head, but it's Artemis too.
Don't be surprised. I knew I'd hear a series of puns if I acted like a little prima donna.
I'd like to exercise the option.
Hey, Parabolas!
You've got the floor.
I'd like to beg my friend's forgiveness for not being there when I should have. I was so angry, and that was such a strange sensation. These bodies lead one to strange behavior. There's a constant surfeit of corporeal and spiritual noise.
That's exactly correct.
How do you creatures stay sane?
Maybe it's in the equation.
Right. I don't think there's a need for absolution here. Hate to say it, and I know you're a supreme being of some sort, but as far as being human goes, you were born yesterday. And for a human, I'm led to believe you did your best to do the right thing.
I just hope it's a long time before we come up for another budget review.
Not to worry. You've got some friends in high places.
Yeah, they came down. Cheers. And that's it after 31 hours and 57 minutes. Callahan's Crosstime Saloon has been imbibed, I guess. Has been drunk. Yeah, it was a fun game.
Joined us in a pool. Now he was weaving just a trifle by the time we hit Astoria at 80 miles an hour in reverse. But that was nothing to the weaving that we did as we was leaving, and from time to time it got a little worse. Well, there's nothing like drinking up a wind.
Oh, you were originally going to say 32 hours? Yeah, you Cedric said that one. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Gingrich. Maybe there's an epilogue. We did it. Oh yeah, Fletcher, there were a bunch of people in Callahan's who never spoke. Alright, so we're going to give out 5 bonus Cedrics for the end of the chapter. That was episode 6, which we completed. And then we give out 1 bonus Cedric for each 5 hours at the end of the game. So that was over 30 hours, so that would be an extra 6 remaining here at the end of the game. Awesome. Yeah, so I don't know. All in all, I thought it was really well done. At some points, it was actually a little bit too easy. Like if you were, I was even at some points just trying to view everything and look at everything around the room and interact with things, and they almost in some cases interpreted that as my struggling for some reason. Were giving me clues sort of prematurely. But yeah, I mean the writing, you can't really beat the writing. I mean, I really struggled to think of a game that had this good writing, even if. Sometimes the puns were painful, but a lot of times they were quite clever. And yeah, I enjoyed discovering the game world and thinking of the different solutions. And most of the time, I thought it was done quite well. Voice acting was really good. I kind of liked the episodic format. It was, a little bit kooky, but that kept things at least interesting. Brazil, Romania, the future, space. Breaking into that FBI facility in New York. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thanks very much to Mochim for the selection. I know I think he's currently on episode 5, so he actually signed off once we closed out episode 4 this morning. Yeah, it worked out well. The Drunkard song Leather Zippo Holster, Oblivion, and Belaboring the Obvious. Written by Spider Robinson. Produced by Dan Casavant and Michael Kraber. Yeah, and good music too, of course. Really good music. Yeah, I think as far as a rating, I'd probably go. I'll think about it a little bit more, but I'm probably inclined to go with a 9. It was really, really strong game. I struggled a little bit with the. Well, that's just because of DOSBox settings. Yeah, I thought the puzzle design was pretty good too. There were just some parts where there was so much flavor text to get through that it kind of. Sometimes I lost a little bit of patience with it, but how this was intentional, illustrate the inebriated concept underlying the lyric. Wow. So there were some points at which I got like a little impatient, so that's the only thing that kind of I think keeps it from a 10 for me. Yeah, the writing was awesome though. So you have to. I mean, really, they poured there was a lot of creative work that went into this that you really have to appreciate. Squish's chapter was annoying since it's entirely brute force puzzles. Yeah, and there were a few times that the pixel hunting was not great, like having to find that that glass cutter on the box of the tool belts was like a little annoying. There were little things here and there which, you know, keep it from being a perfect 10, but a 9 is really strong rating. I think I'm gonna go with a 9. But yeah, Kago, Flitter, you guys had played the game. I think Vorpal 2 was also had played with the game too. But curious, for those of you who are seeing it for the first time, like me, curious what you guys thought. Jeff, was this your first time seeing the game? Is that it for the? Yeah, that looks like it's it for the credits here. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at our Hall of Adventure. And we can now add game number 29, Callahan's Crosstime Saloon, up on our Hall of Adventure. There it is, right after Aliens, a comic book adventure.